Where did we get to last time on this damn thing? Did the panels. Did the bonnet. Right, now we're doing the coolant temp sensor because the coolant gauge is going everywhere for some reason. So pretty sure that's our sensor down in there. And then I've got this bad boy to go in there. Hopefully I can fit a socket over the top and just quickly swap it out. Before we get into all that, I've just made sure that it fits the plug. So that's good. But it's got this like panel in the way, so I'm not going to be able to put a socket straight on there, I don't think. Damn, man. Oh, you bastard. I'm going to take that panel off the side there. Hey everybody, this is Future John looking back at this project, and yeah, this wee Mitsubishi Dingo has been, Mirage Dingo has been a pretty fun project, but my costs, they're getting up there. This is not normally what I'd want to do in flipping a car. Yes, the purchase price was $750, so I've got a bit of leeway there, but I didn't know how many problems this car had. And that's the problem with Facebook Marketplace. People don't tell you how many problems the car has, because often they don't actually know what's going on. So they just flip it, get rid of it, whatever, get some cheap money, and it's all good. So do your due diligence when you're buying things. You can't prepare for everything. And as you'll see in this video, I definitely bought one that needed a bit more work than what I would like to do. Anyway, enjoy, and we'll talk later. Right, now that I've got all that loose, see this here, it's out of the way, I should be able to get my Doofenhausen on the thing. I'll be back. Alright, I got that on there, but I also remembered I dropped that bolt before, so I'll get my wee magnetic grabby in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I also remembered to do the gas bottles as well, so we're out here using our peak brain. Right, so I'll loosen this bad boy off, and then before it leaks off too much water, I'm just going to quickly that in my hand. So I'm just going to quickly put it in. Okay, you got this. Oh, not much water came out anyway. Sweet. Whoever invented these. Oh, here's the funny thing about me, I don't drink. I quit 2 years ago, but all the water that I use I pour out of these because they're glass bottles and they're good. It's kind of like a funny play on whatever. The heater in this thing wasn't blowing hot either, so I don't know, hopefully this coolant temp sensor thing helps it. Do we have engine lights? No we don't. The battery's going to relearn. Turn that down. Check for leaks. No leaks. Very good. Yep. Cool. Right, I'll just let the car warm up and see what that gauge does. Okay, so now this isn't going everywhere. Sometimes flip life is not very easy. Let me show you the other secret I have been keeping. When I went to get the wire into fitness, we had some issues. Play in both front suspension lower arm rear bushes, both rear suspension front carrier bushes torn. Those rear suspension arm bushes, or the carrier bushes, were in such a spot that there was no way I could have done the job on the driveway in the gravel. It would have just, okay, maybe I could have, but it would have been a complete nightmare. He used pneumatic tools, chisels, to blow them out and then put new ones in. But as we know, doing things at the workshop, paying their guys labour and stuff like that, it's not that cheap. Front bushes, rear bushes, and it came to $770. Now, in my opinion, that's pretty sharp. I know how much of a pain in the ass that job is. I do not feel ripped off whatsoever. I think he's actually really looked after me. The car got a warrant of fitness, so that's awesome. We needed a warrant of fitness, but it's added $770 to our costs. And me trying to do it by myself, it could have taken weeks at home. Maybe even had to put it back together and take it back. So yeah, sometimes the flip life is challenging, but I bought the car for $750. Spent $500 on the body panels that I swapped and $770 on that. So I'm getting close to about the $2,000 invested mark, and I should be able to sell this for at least $2,500. Please. Now the car's been on for quite some time, and I've noticed that that fan hasn't come on. This top hose is too hot for me to hold. The bottom hose is warm now, actually. It's getting there. Maybe it's not a thermostat. Ah! There goes the fan. That's hot. Ow, that one's quite warm too. Thermostat's obviously working. Where are the heater core lines? Now I can feel that both of these heater core lines are hot, so the hot air is getting to the right place. So, now that I've identified that the thermostat's working, this new sensor has fixed the fluctuating temperature gauge issue, and we've got heat across the heater core lines, I think I've identified that the problem with the heater not blowing hot air is this side of the car. Because if I had a air in the coolant or anything like that, I would have known by now, hopefully. But both of the hot heater core lines, I think the issue has got to be maybe the resistor in the heater core in the front here, or something else wrong with the motor in there. So I can get a whole unit replacement, or I can just leave it. I don't know. I'm gonna have a look, see what I can find. Now I'm ruling out any bad fuses, just in case. Pays to check these things. Okay. Feels mad getting a car wash in the rain. But there's no line. It just makes it so much easier. What I've decided to do with the Dingo is I'm just road testing it, seeing if the heater starts working. It is actually warming up in here, so maybe it's partially working. I don't know. I think it is a thermistor. I think it is an issue this side of the firewall. So I'm not actually that worried about it, to be real. The AC works, the blower motor works, it does cold. You know, it'd be good in summer. You know, it just sucks that we're in Dunedin and it's pretty cold at the moment. But anyway, what we've got here is a car that's just got a year-long warrant of fitness. It's had a full service. It's had all the bits and pieces done that it needs. It's got new body panels. It's only got 124,000 Ks on it, and I'm going to take some photos and list it. But I am going to say that I don't know if the heater's working 100%, because you shouldn't hide that kind of stuff. Most people just breeze right past it. But if I want to sell more cars, I've got to be honest about this stuff. This is fundamental to selling cars. Is anyone else not able to go through the car wash without getting a snack? I've got a brain drink and a protein bar. Now, photos. Go somewhere neutral. Nature's good, sky's good, beaches are good, parks are good. Just don't get other cars in the photos and things like that.
do a half turn on the front wheels and start from this angle here.
I'm not a Prius fan, but bro, come on. It actually looks pretty good on the wheels. Alright, we've made our listing. Here we are. Got an O2 Focus with 214,000 Ks for 5 grand. You kidding me, bro? You kidding me? Anyway, there it is. My wee Mirage. This is how I take my photos. One that way, one that way. Normally I straighten the wheel before that one, but I got lazy here because it was raining. One that way, and then for this one you jump in the back seat, aim over the middle of the front seats, get the dash and the seat bottoms in there. One in the back. Show the dash, show the Ks, show the motor. Make sure you show the cam belt done at. Couple of the inside, and then one just to show, you know, that it's got some wear and tear on it. One of the WOF sticker. But yeah, anyway, so I made a big description. And I noted that the heater doesn't get very hot. So yeah, I've got it up for 3.5. We'll see how we go.